It has been 4 weeks in the Degen Rehab Discord, so I wanted to do an update on that. I think I might start today talking about an unexpected disaster for me with the Discord or as a result of the Discord. I've got some advice for newer members. I wanna talk about our introductions channel because I've really been loving what I'm seeing in there. I've got some giveaways. I'll talk about the giveaways of the accounts later. We gotta sort that out a little bit. And then the lessons. I wanna talk about some of the main takeaways that I've had this month from the Discord. What is this unexpected disaster of the Discord that I was not anticipating? My husband wants to start trading now, which I am very much against. I guess, like he said, he gets the notifications on his phone because he manages the Discord for me. He set up the bots and everything. So he's in there. He sees us talking all the time. He sees your charts, and he's just like, I want to be trading too. It seems exciting. I want to be part of this, but obviously, I'm like, no, I don't want you trading. I'm like, I finally stopped spending money on trading and now you want to start trading. But he thinks he'll just get a plan and he'll follow his plan and he's not going to waste a bunch of money and it's going to be easy somehow. I don't know why he thinks that, but that's how he thinks it would go. One of the biggest surprises for me, two of the biggest surprises for me, one was that when I was on tilt, having people real time telling me to stop actually worked. So if you're in the group and you're breaking your rules, come in and tell us because it does help to have people saying like, "Hey, stop that." And we actually, like it's like I definitely felt like these people care. They want me to stop. They don't want me to do more damage and feel worse at the end of the day. So if you're in that position, come in, let us know what's going on, and we can help you to stop. Another one was that we had that intervention for Lemming on the stops, and he took that and took the feedback, put up with the intervention. A lot of people, I think, would have been like, F off, leave me alone. He answered the questions, he did the intervention, and then he made the necessary changes. So I thought that was really positive. If you struggle with, so maybe we need to do sort of like a more formal or scheduled intervention. Like if you have a specific issue that you're struggling with and you want like 3 or 4 or more people to help you out with it, then let me know and we can put that together because it worked for him. And I found that just like really encouraging. Um, Another thing that I mean, I've talked about it before, but I saw it in the group sort of because I've never really seen it in another trader. And that was the pressure, sort of like the pressure situations that we're in or the external circumstances and how they affect our trading. I'll just use JD as the example because he came in early on and just was like very open with like, this is my situation. I read his situation. I was like, I don't know how he's going to be able to trade at all because that's just so stressful and so much pressure. But he's been doing it. He's been doing good. Um, and JD, just keep it up and try try to forget about the pressure as much as you can. Um, I don't know how. Other people can help out with that. The last thing that I want to talk about for lessons and sort of like what I'm taking away from this first month, it might help you out as well to think of things this way, is thinking of ourselves like the market. So, what I mean by that is like you've got Pro Rip Rider and Order Rejected and Aaron, and I'm sure there's others near the top of the leaderboard. And if I'm forgetting you, sorry. They're in a clear uptrend. Okay. They're in a bull market on their discipline. They're doing great. There have been no pullbacks for them. Or if there have been, it's just been like their pullbacks, just been like a day of frustration, some small losses, but they stuck to their discipline. Um, I think the momentum though goes the other way. If you're in your own little bear market where you're failing your discipline every day, you're constantly having red days, you're going on tilt, that momentum is real too. And it's really hard to break out of that. So the way I've been looking at, like in terms of the market, you need to try and find your just try and like form a bottom for yourself and don't expect you're just going to have a V-shaped recovery on it. You're probably going to consolidate at the bottom for a while where it's like, you have a day where you follow your rules and then you fail and then you follow and then you fail and then maybe you follow and you follow and you follow and then you fail and just try to give yourself the grace that we would give to the market, right? We're not just expecting, right? So I think that's going to help me because like today I had a little pullback. I went on a little bit of tilt, not any serious damage on my new eval. It's fine. But that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it as like a disciplined pullback, but I want to build more momentum to the upside. So yeah, I hope that maybe that analogy or metaphor or whatever the hell it is can help you if you're in one of those, if you're in your own bear market. And if you're sort of consolidating already, then start to think of that as like that you're ready to break out to the upside and to get on like a real trend with your discipline. Okay, there's no way I could possibly choose a best trading journey. I put up that new announcement, not announcements, introductions channel earlier this week because on my video last weekend, Zeke or Seek came in and commented, and he said that he's been trading for 6 years and told me a bit about his trading journey there. And I was like, I had no idea that he'd been trading for 6 years. And I thought, I want to hear more about everyone else's trading journey. So I made that channel and honestly, I love reading those stories. They're great. If you haven't put your story in, definitely take a little bit of time, put your story in. If you haven't read them, go and read them. Even my husband was reading them and he's like, I can't remember which. There's definitely been more than one where he's reading them and like then he yells to me from the other room and he's like, "Did you read this one? This is amazing," or like, "This is crazy," or like, "She made $56,000 in 1 month." Like, so it's or he took out of his 401k. Like it was really good. I like reading them, and if a non-trader likes reading them, then definitely you guys should go and check them out. And like I said, if you haven't put yours in there yet, put yours in. I know that we have a lot of introverts in the group, and I know Discord can be weird. Like I was in that group before and I never wanted to talk in the group because it always felt kind of like these people that are talking in there are already good friends, and then I just feel like this weird kind of stranger who's jumping into their conversation. Don't feel that way. Feel free to jump into any conversation. Like people aren't going to be upset by it. So do your introduction, and then if you want to say something in the other channels, come in and say something. If you want to join a conversation, join a conversation. Don't feel like you have to, but I think you'll get more use out of it if you do kind of like become familiar with some people in there and make some friends and get used to talking so that when you do need help, it's easier for you to come in and be like, I'm going through this right now. I need some help. So that's what I'll say on the new introductions channel. Okay, so I've got these accounts that I can give away from Humble Futures. I'm really excited to have accounts to give away. Um, Basically, they're the standard accounts. Just think like Apex rules. So you'd get a free account, but then it's going to come with a $120 activation fee when you pass it. I think the Express accounts are the really, really good ones because they don't have a monthly rebill. You get a free reset with them. Uh, and there's no activation fee. So it actually, you can get that and then actually get like a fully free funded account with it. I'm not sure how we're going to work these giveaways. I've been randomly, like I tried to give one to RT the other day just because I'm like, you help out so much in the group. I want to give you this. And then he's like, I think there's, probably, people who need it more that you can give it to. So I decided to give that one to JD because he's just under so much stress in his situation that, if I can give him an account and that helps to alleviate some of that stress, then I'm definitely happy to do that. I also have a mini challenge going right now with Mia, where I've told her that if she can get 8 discipline win days in a row, sorry, my throat, then I will give her one of those 50K Express accounts also. Um, they do all have a trailing drawdown. So if you just cannot live with a trailing drawdown, then they're not for you. And hopefully I'll have some other giveaways and accounts that don't have that for you in the future. I really hope that someday also I can get something for the Forex guys because, I have nothing for them and I feel bad. I wish I had some giveaways for them as well. I guess we could try to convert them all to futures, but not sure. Yeah, so I'm going to do a giveaways channel in there. I will outline about the accounts. And then if you want one, just come in there and let me know that you want one of these accounts. You're okay with it. You have to use Rhythmic for it, and there's a trailing drawdown. So if you're okay with those things, let me know that you want one of the accounts. All right. The awards for the first month in the Degen Rehab Discord. First, I'm going to have to go with Degen of the Month. Les Paul, you are winning Degen of the Month this month. I do believe you can turn it around. I saw some great stuff from you when you were on a sim account and you switched to ES. So I would encourage you to go back to that for a while. Find that place where you're trading, where you were more calm and tilt wasn't happening, and maybe be a little bit slower next time getting back into the evals and the funded accounts, but you can do it. All right, who's next for an award? Most disciplined trader. I couldn't give this award to one person because we have two people at the top of the leaderboard who have had like 20 consecutive past followed check-ins where they've honored their rules and they've stuck to their discipline daily. That is Pro Rip Rider and Order Rejected. You guys have been killing it, and it's awesome for us to see. I came in wanting to be perfect and wanting to follow my rules every day. I haven't. I failed. But it's inspirational, I think, for the rest of us to see that other people are doing this and that it can be done and that we can follow our rules. So good job, you guys. Uh, Exercise Room Warrior. I'm going to have to also give this one to Order Rejected because it seems like he's going to Planet Fitness like every single day. Um, I thought I would be in the exercise room more, but I'm really having a hard time finding the time. So I'll try to do better with that. But I like that you guys are using that exercise room. It's more for like my husband made it for himself. And then he's like, maybe other people can benefit from it too. And he's been working out more. So it's doing its job. All right, what do we have next for awards? Best coach and most helpful member. I have to give this to RT. You help out so many of us. You help me out when I'm struggling. Like even today, I had a bit of tilt going on. My account was down $80, my eval account, not my funded. And you made sure to say, like, are the charts closed? You know, you're done trading. And the charts weren't closed at that point, but I read that and was like, I do need to close it down. And I know you've helped a bunch of other traders as well. So thank you for that. I've also noticed in there a new member, Terry, has been helping out also, which I'm very excited about because he's might be the most experienced trader in the group, possibly. And he's been giving me really great advice for months on YouTube. So I'm really happy to see him in the Discord and sharing his wisdom with you guys as well. So I was just gonna like start bombarding him with questions right away in the Discord, and I'm like, no, I don't want to take up too much of his time with my questions or what I'm working on. So Terry, thank you for jumping in there right away and helping people out. All right, what do we have next for an award? This isn't on here, but I'm gonna have to give 1% Theory best gifts. I like your gifts; they're hilarious. So keep it up. Um, I don't know. I DM'd you the other day with like a wellness check, which I do sometimes if I'm used to seeing somebody in there and then I don't see them in there, I'm gonna DM you and be like, is everything okay? And I got like a confused Joe Biden gift back, which was hilarious, but I was like, does this mean you're okay or not okay? He was okay. All right, what award do we have next? Oh, Stealth Discipline Ninja. Aaron. And a lot of you are probably like, who the heck is Aaron? Because Aaron doesn't talk in the group really, but he comes and he does his check-in every day and he's been following his rules and he's on a really good discipline streak. So Aaron, good job. Um, if that's working for you and it's helping you stick to your rules, then that's awesome. Don't be shy. Come and talk to the group, or at the very least, go and do your introduction. In introductions, tell us your story so far in your trading, so that we know a little bit more about you and we're more familiar with you. In case you ever do want to pop in and be like, I'm having a hard day, help me out, kind of thing. All right. Last award I'm going to give to Cantona, and that's for Life and Trading Transformation Award. You came and posted something the other day talking about how you're more relaxed in your trading, you're not so stressed with it, you're fine with taking a no trade day if something doesn't set up or if something interferes with your trading, just being able to let it go and not be upset about it. And then you also said that that's spilling over or coincidentally going on in your life outside of trading where you're less negative at your job, you're sleeping better, your mood's better. So I really love that. I think that's the ideal. That's what we all want to be striving for. We don't want our trading to be stressing us out so much that it's, then I don't want to say ruining, but whatever on the rest of our life. We want our trading to be as positive as it possibly can be. This was a big month for this little community we're building, and honestly, I'm really proud of what's been going on in there so far. I love that people are honest with what they're going through. Nobody's in there bragging, nobody's in there just showing pictures of huge P&Ls. We're actually showing charts. We're talking about what we're working on. We're talking about, what we're struggling with day to day. So I'm really happy with how you guys have been in there and how you guys have been helping each other out. That's amazing. Um, yeah, I guess if you're new here and you're interested in the Discord, we're tracking our discipline and just trying to be stick to our plan. We're just trying to support each other and help each other and sticking to our plans and not going on tilt. That's about it. And sometimes just like talking and having fun when there's nothing going on in the market. Okay, this is already too long, so I will see you guys soon. If you want one of those accounts, come in the giveaways and let me know.